जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी।
गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवराधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज विहारी।
यमुना तीरवनचारी कुंज विहारी।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Welcome to everyone. Today we are going to discuss 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Title is The Divine and Demonic Natures. In the previous chapter, 15th chapter, Krishna described about the material world, which is compared to a banyan tree. The roots are going upward, branches are going downward, also upward. Three modes of material nature nourishes the branches, which is some are going up, some are going down. What are the branches? The branches are nothing but different planetary system. Some are upper planetary, some are lower planetary. Those who are elevated in consciousness, they are promoted to higher planetary system. Those who are sinful, they are demoted or glide down to lower species of life like animals, etc. In this chapter and next chapter, 16th and 17th chapter, talks about the different branches of the tree. Some are elevated, some are sinful. In this chapter, Krishna is going to describe the qualities of divine and demonic nature. Those who do not follow the direction of the scriptures but act according to their own whims, they glide down to the lower species of life. But those who follow the direction of the Shastra, direction of the scriptures, they'll be promoted to Vaikuntha Loka. They attain perfection, go to the spiritual world. This chapter has got 24 verses. It's divided into 3 sections. The first section is called two kinds of created beings. That is called divine and demonic. Verse number 1 to 6. Next, Krishna explains about the qualities of demonic people. That's verse number 7 to 28. The last section is called Three Gates to Hell. Verse number 21 to 24. First section will discuss two kinds of created being. Krishna explains about 26 qualities of those who are divine in nature. What are the qualities of those who are born with divine? Abhayam sattva samshuddhir jnana yoga vivastadi dhanam damascha yajnascha swadhyaya tab archavam. First quality is called Abhayam, fearlessness. Abhayam, then purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, forgiveness, vigor, fortitude, cleanliness, freedom from envy, freedom from passion for honor. These are the qualities of those who are in divine. Fearlessness, called Abhayam. For a sannyasi or for a devotee, this is one of the most important quality, abhayam. It should not be afraid, fearlessness. One should be completely convinced that Krishna will give me protection, he will maintain me. For example, sannyasi has to live alone without any support, financial support. If he thinks, after I leave, my connection with my family members, who will maintain me, who will give me money? If the sannyasi thinks, then he should not accept the renounced order of life. He should not accept sannyasa order of life. Should be completely convinced that Krishna will protect me, he will maintain me. Even if I go to the darkest region in the forest, Krishna is there as Paramatma with me always. And he gave me all protection, he will maintain me. This is called fearlessness. Example, Prahlad Maharaj. He was not afraid of anyone, although he was tortured by his father. Still, he remained undisturbed. Because abhayam. He took shelter of the Lord. Then next called Sattva Samshuddhi, purification of one's existence. One should not associate with those who are materialistic people. A person, a devotee, if he associate with the materialistic people, his consciousness is polluted. Therefore, he should always associate with only pure devotees. When we associate with pure devotees, we will purify our consciousness. Because of being touched with the pure, we will also become pure. When we read the books written by Srila Prabhupada, we will be purified. When we hear from Prabhupada, we will be purified. Therefore, we should be always eager to read the books of Prabhupada and hear the classes of Prabhupada. When we hear and read, naturally that will purify our consciousness. Cultivation of spiritual knowledge. It's a duty of everyone to learn, cultivate spiritual knowledge. Because without hearing, we will not be able to make advancement in spiritual life. Therefore, we should be eager to hear about the glories of the Lord from our pure devotees. After hearing, after cultivating knowledge, we should not remain silent. I have learned everything, let me practice alone. No, we should practice, but we should preach to others also. Whenever we learn something, good things, it's our duty to distribute the knowledge to others so that others also will get benefit. Prahlad Maharaj was one of the best examples. He offered prayers to Narasimhadeva. One of the prayers is Prayena Deva Munaya Swamukti Kama Maunam Charanti Vijane Na Prarthanishta Naitan Vyaya Kripanan Vimamuksha Yeko Nanyat Tasya Prarthana says Prayena Deva Munaya Swamukti Kama. My dear Lord, many munis, they go to forest. For what purpose? Samukti Kama. They want to attain mukti. They desire to achieve liberation. Therefore, they go to forest, leaving the poor people, cities and villages. They do not care for others. They want to attain liberation. They want to get liberation. But as for me, I don't want to leave these people. I want to stay here permanently. I want to preach them and bring them unto your shelter. Unless one takes shelter unto your lotus feet, he cannot be happy. Therefore, I do not wish to be I do not wish to get liberated alone. Rather, I want to stay here, bring all the people unto your shelter. This is the quality of a pure devotee like Prahlad Maharaj. He doesn't want to keep the knowledge with him alone. Rather, whatever he has learned, he wants to distribute to others so that he brings them to the shelter of Lord. Next, charity, dhanam. Dana means meant for generally householders, grahasthas. Grahasthas, among all the orders, social order and spiritual order, brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa, only grahasthas to support all the three ashrama. They have got high responsibility. It's their duty to maintain the other three orders. And grahastha should earn his livelihood by honest means. With that, he should maintain his life and at the same time should contribute to propagate the mission of Lord Krishna. Next is self-control. Already we have discussed self-control means one should not accept anything which is detrimental to spiritual progress, like too much attached to social media, reading newspaper, watching television, movie. This is self-control. One should have self-control. One should not spend time unnecessarily in all these things. Next, performance of sacrifice. A householder generally has to perform sacrifice, 5 kinds of sacrifice, but he has to spend money. In this age, it's very difficult to perform these kinds of sacrifice. It's not possible. Even Shastra says 5 kinds of sacrifices are forbidden in this age of Kali. Ashramedam, Gavalambam, Sannyasam, Phalam, Paitrikam. Devrena Sutopadam, Kalopanja, Varjayet. It is said, Ashrameda, Gavalamba. Horse sacrifice, cow sacrifice, sannyasi, offering flesh to forefathers, then begetting a children, brother of husband. These are 5 things are forbidden in this age of Kali. Because there is no qualified Brahmana who can chant mantras properly to perform sacrifice. Therefore, in this age of Kali, it's recommended us to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Kaler dosha nidheraj astyekon mahan gunai kirtanadevasya krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. Although this Kali Yuga is filled with full of fault, nevertheless, one can achieve perfection simply by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then, study of Vedas. We should study Vedas. Swadhyaya means study of scriptures. Every day we should study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavadam. It's one of the important duties of everyone, especially for brahmacharis. Next is tapasya. Tapasya means austerity. Voluntarily, we should undergo some kinds of inconveniences to make progress in spiritual life. Like we have to get up early in the morning. It's very difficult because everyone wants to sleep, particularly winter time, till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. But we have to get up early in the morning, by before 4 o'clock, around 3:30. It's very difficult, but we have to undergo this tapasya. For what? To purify our existence. And we have to eat only prasadam. It's very difficult. Nevertheless, we have to undergo voluntarily this inconvenience. Reading every day 1 hour. It's also a little bit tapasya. We may not have time. Nevertheless, somehow we try to adjust things in such a way that so that we will be able to read every day. This kind of tapasya, austerity, voluntarily taking some kind of inconvenience for the sake of making advancement in spiritual life. Next is simplicity, without any duplicity. One should be always truthful. One should declare truth to even any enemy. Then non-violence. not checking the progress of any jivas. Even animals are making progress. One should not kill animal to satisfy his tongue. If particular animal is killed, once again the animal has to take birth. Therefore, we should not check the progress of any jivas, not only human being, even animals, birds, all jivas. Truthfulness, freedom from anger. One should not get angry unnecessarily. If somebody gets angry unnecessarily, his body becomes polluted. He cannot take proper decision. His consciousness polluted. He cannot make proper decision. Of course, a teacher, a father, a spiritual master can get angry at their dependents, son or a disciple or student, only for the sake of correcting them. One should not get angry out of false ego. However, one can get angry at the right person, at the right time, for the right situation and right quantity, not more. It's only meant for correcting them. Then aversion to fault finding. One should not correct or find fault unnecessarily unless one is authorized. If you are authorized to find fault, then we can find fault. If you are authorized to correct, we can correct. Otherwise, one should not find fault with anyone. Of course, calling a thief is not fault finding. But calling a noble person as a thief is very much offensive on the part of a person who is making progress in spiritual life. We should not judge anyone based on our lens. We judge people based on what we see through our lens, and we give some title. This person is like this, this person is like this. We give some title based on our lens. The same person whom we think is wrong is very good for somebody because he is seeing through his lens. We see through our lens. The same person is different for different people because they see through their own lens. Therefore, we should not judge anyone based on our lens, our vision. Compassion. We should always feel compassion for all jivas, not only human beings. We should treat everyone equally. We should not mistreat anyone. We should not put down others, insult, humiliate. Should be always feel compassion for all jivas and should try to help everyone to become Krishna consciousness. That's called real compassion. Then steady determination. One should not be frustrated in some attempt, agitated or frustrated in some attempt. Because whenever we perform an activity, there may be some failure. But one should be patient. With the determination, one should continue to discharge his duties so that we will become successful. Because of failure, we should not stop. One should be strongly determined. Come what may, I will execute. Doesn't matter. Leave the result to Lord. Just like Prabhupada. He tried his best in India. Every attempt was failure. But he did not give up. Had very strong determination. I will not give up. Even 100 times I fail, I will not give up. So just you see how he made this entire world to chant the holy name. So determination is very important. Forgiveness. The duty of a devotee, a saintly person, to forgive others. Dharma of our duty is to forgive and forget. If anyone has got this quality, Lord is pleased with him. The beauty of devotee is to forgive. We have already discussed about this important instruction that Chanakya Pandita has given. Kokilanam Swarorupam Vidyarupam Kurupanam Nari Rupam Pativrata Kshamarupam Tapasvina. Different people become beautiful by their qualities. The kokila bird, although it's black in nature, black in its color, still it becomes beautiful. How? By its sweet voice. Similarly, Vidyarupam Kurupanam. Kurupana, although a person who's ugly, he becomes beautiful. How? By becoming a learned scholar. Vidyarupam. Nari Rupam Pativrata. Similarly, a woman can become beautiful. How? Pativrata. By her chastity and faithfulness to serve her husband. Kshamarupam Tapasvina. The beauty of a devotee is to Kshama, forgiveness. One should have the quality of forgiveness. By simply forgiving others, he became a beautiful tapasvi, a devotee. There was one sadhu, he had a disciple. The sadhu and disciple, both of them went to the bank of a river, and sadhu wanted to take a dip. So he removed his cloth and kept on the bank, and his disciple was sitting and guarding. Sadhu entered into the water and he was about to take a dip. At the time, he saw there was one scorpion. Scorpion was struggling in the water. He knew very well the scorpion cannot swim. If he does not save the scorpion, then it will be drowned and die. So out of compassion for the scorpion, this saintly person took the scorpion and he was about to place on the sandy bank so that the scorpion can go, can save his life. When he was about to place on the sandy bank, the scorpion did not understand this person is saving my life. Rather, the scorpion stung his hand. It was unbearable for the saintly person. Immediately he flung his hand like this. Again the scorpion went flying and fell into the water. After some time he regained composure and again he saw the scorpion still struggling. He felt compassion and took the scorpion and again he was about to place on the sandy bank. Again the scorpion stung. Again he flung his hand. Again the scorpion fell into the water. Again he saw, okay, let me save the scorpion. It went on for several times. Every time when he was trying to save, the scorpion would stung. The disciple was watching everything and his guru was undergoing pain. Nevertheless, he wanted to save. Then the disciple said, my dear Guruji, please stop. Don't save. The scorpion is not able to understand that you are saving him. Let it drown and die. And the Guru said, my dear disciple, my dear son, it is nature of the scorpion to bite. It's not biting me, it's not stinging me out of malice or out of evil intent, because it's nature. The scorpion doesn't have the intelligence to understand that somebody is saving. Somebody is saving the scorpion. It cannot understand. The nature of the scorpion is always to sting. The nature of the sadhu is always to save, forgive. As the scorpion cannot give up its nature, being a sadhu, why should give up my nature? This is the quality of a sadhu, forgiveness. Even somebody harshly attacks, because it is nature. The nature of the demons, always being harsh, attack. But a sadhu forgives. A sadhu nature is to forgive. The demon's nature is to attack. So demons cannot give up his nature. A sadhu also should not give up his nature. That's what the sadhu said to the disciple. The quality of forgiveness that one should possess. So Lord is pleased with the one who has got the quality of forgiveness. Then cleanliness. Internal cleanliness and external cleanliness. Internal cleanliness is that we should always chant every day to clean our heart, to keep our heart clean. External cleanliness, we should take bath. When we get up after taking rest, we should take bath. Whenever we go to some places, dirty places or clearing bowels, we should take bath. These are called external cleanliness. And freedom from passion for honor. We should not expect honor from others. Rather, we should give respect to others. These are the qualities of divine. The next Krishna explains about the qualities of demons. Dambo, Darbo, Abhimanascha, Krodha, Parisham, Evacha. Ajnanam, Chabidasya, Partha, Sambadi, Asurim. Krishna says Damba, pride, Darba, pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, ignorance. These are the qualities of a demon. The demonic people, they possess some type of education. Good education in the good college, they become very much proud. They become very much proud of their position or education or stature in the society, and they desire to be worshipped by others. They expect others should worship, honor. Although they do not command respect, but they demand respect. If others don't respect them, they get angry. Even for small things, for silly things, they would become angry. When we say, why you are not doing this properly, they'll get angry. Even instructing them properly, why you are not doing properly, you should have followed this direction. They cannot. They'll become very angry. They'll become very harsh. They do not understand somebody is giving us a good instruction for our own benefit. They cannot understand. Why? Hankara. They think they know everything. They are big. They can't understand anything. Like when somebody, some good person, well-wisher, gives a good instruction, it's very difficult for them to accept. Just like a Vidura, always want to give good instruction to Duryodhana. He said, please make peace with the Pandavas. You will also live happily. They'll also live happily. Both of you will live happily. You also enjoy, let them also enjoy. No, I want to enjoy alone. They should not enjoy. How long we can enjoy? Some period of time. After that, he brought destruction not only to himself, to this entire Kuru dynasty. They can't understand. Rather, he chastised Vidura. When Vidura was giving good instruction, he became very angry and they blasted Vidura. Similarly, Ravana. Ravana also, he kidnapped Mother Sita. Vibhishana came and told, my dear brother, please hand over Sita to Ramachandra. She's a wife of somebody else. Why you want to enjoy? You have got so many wives. He became very angry. He blasted him. They cannot accept any good instructions. So when we see those people, we can understand these people are having demonic qualities. The next Krishna says, there are two kinds of created being. One is called divine, another is called demonic. The divine people will follow the direction of the scriptures. Those who are demonic, they will not follow the direction of scripture, but act according to their own nature. They act whimsically. Thus they glide down to the lower species of life. Krishna confirmed to Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, you don't worry. You are born with the divine qualities. The divine qualities, by possessing divine qualities, one can be elevated. By practicing the divine qualities, one can achieve liberation. By developing demonic qualities, one glide down to the lower species of life. You don't worry, you are born with the divine nature. Even if one is born with the demonic quality, if we associate with those who are divine in nature, they can also make progress and achieve liberation. For example, Valmiki. Somehow he developed demonic qualities. Although he was born to a Brahmana, he went to forest, he got lost. Finally, a hunter adopted him and he trained him to hunt. In due course of time, he got married, he had wife, children, and he could not maintain his life. Therefore, he adopted the profession of thief. He started looting from people. Sinful nature. Once Narada Muni was passing through the area, he wanted to attack Narada Muni and rob from him also. He is a saintly person. Somehow he came in touch with Narada Muni. By the association of Narada Muni, Valmiki turned to a great devotee. You see the quality of Narada Muni, how he transformed. Similarly, Mrigari, he was also a hunter. Again, Mrigari came in touch with Narada Muni. He became a saintly person. Even though one may have the demonic qualities, nevertheless, if they develop association with the devotees, they become divine in nature. On the other hand, even though one may have the quality of divine, but if they associate with those who are demonic nature, they will imbibe their qualities. Just like a Kaikeyi. She had all the good qualities. She loved Rama more than her own son Bharata. When she came to know Rama is going to become a king of Ayodhya, she was excited. She was filled with happiness, filled with joy. But she had association with Mantara. Because of having bad association with a maid servant, Mantara, she developed her qualities. She became spoiled. Therefore, should always associate with those who are divine in nature, so that we will develop divine qualities by which we will achieve liberation. If we develop demonic qualities, then that makes bondage, repeated birth and death. We have to remain in this material world in different forms of life. So Krishna explained about divine qualities. Now Krishna said, my dear Arjuna, I explained about divine qualities. Now I am going to explain to you about the qualities of demons in detail. So for our second section, from verse number 7 to 28, Krishna is explaining about the qualities of demons. Pravartimcha navritimcha jana vidur asuraha nashochum napi chacharo nasatyam teshu vidyate. The demons, they do not know what to be done, what not to be done. Pravartimcha navritimcha jana vidur asura. They do not know what to do, what not to do. Na shauchum, nor cleanliness is found in them. Na satyam, nor truthfulness is found in them. These demons, they do not accept the scriptures. Only by the direction of scriptures we can understand what we should do, what we should not do. Just like a manufacturer of the product, he gives a manual along with the product, clearly mentioned in this manual. What should be done, what not should be done, what not to be done. Very clearly instructed in the manual. We should follow. Similarly, when the Lord has created the human beings, He has given the manual, Shastras, what to do, what not to do. But the demons do not accept Shastra. Because if I accept Shastra, I have to follow so many rules and regulations. Why should I accept Shastras? Let me do whatever I want to do. If anyone who does not accept a Shastra but act according to their own whims is called demon. And cleanliness, they are not clean, always dirty. Neither they chant the holy name, accept God, nor they take bath. Once a week, sometimes once a month, they may take bath. Wear the same cloth again and again. They purchase some jeans pant, they wear for 1 month without washing. These are the qualities of demons. Nor proper behavior is found. They are not well behaved. They always insult others, humiliate others, put down others, demean others. And they cannot understand the feelings and pains of others. Therefore, sometimes they speak harshly. Not sometimes, always they speak harshly. Because they cannot understand the feelings and pains of other jivas. Therefore, they are always harsh at others. And they are not truthful. They always cheat others for their sense gratification. And they tweak and twist the truth according to the way they want. Even there is some truth. The truth will be twisted to suit according to the way they want. There was a person, he went to a father, Christian father, church. He's addicted to smoke. He went and asked father, Father, can I smoke while praying? Can I smoke while praying? No way. You cannot smoke while praying. Then he went. Again he came and asked, Oh Father, can I pray while smoking? While praying, Father said, you cannot smoke. He came and put to the other way. While smoking, can I pray? Why not? You should always pray. Both are same only. But it twisted things. Those who are demons, they always know how to twist and tweak the truth according to the way they want. And there are some social group, they want to do some social service to people. They all came together, had a meeting. And generally most of the people addicted to alcohol, drinking. They spoil their health. Many diseases they get due to drinking alcohol regularly. So these people, socialists, they had a meeting. Then lot of discussion happened. Then they brought one resolution that we should go city to city, village to village, to make people aware of how danger of drinking alcohol, how it's a very risk. People, when they drink alcohol regularly. So they went to one place, they called all the people, they took one doctor also, he's also socialist. They called all the people. And they took one glass and opened alcohol and put in the glass. All people are sitting and watching because they want to make people aware of how dangerous to drink alcohol. The glass was there. Then they took some live worms and put in the alcohol. The worm started struggling with the alcohol. After some times, it died. So the doctor started asking, what did you understand from this? One person got up and said, by drinking alcohol regularly, all the worms in the stomach will die. There is no need to take any medicine. So it is good to take alcohol regularly to keep our stomach clean, free from all worms. The doctor wanted to convey something. The person took the same but twisted according to the way he want. This is what they do. And they do not accept God is the supreme controller. They do not accept the world is created by the God. They believe that the world just has come out of nowhere. Newton was a scientist. He was a Christian. He had a faith in God. He believed that the world is created by God. But he had a friend. He is also a scientist. But he was not a Christian. He was an atheist. He did not believe the existence of God. Whenever Newton would say, "Oh, Lord is great, God is great, that He has created the wonderful world," his friend would refuse. "No, God has not created." "Then who created?" "No, it has just come out of nowhere. Just it has come. That's all. There is no God who created this universe." Many times Newton tried to convince him. That fellow was not convinced at all. Newton one day, he wanted to make a model, a solar system. He had a scale model designed nicely. With the help of a skilled craftsman, he built the solar system model. There was a large ball, mass of this one, made of brass, which represents the sun, and all small balls represents many planets. All are connected to a spoke at different lengths, and all of them are connected to some crank. So when the crank is being rotated, all the balls move in orbit around the sun. It was so nice, so wonderful. One day his friend came. He saw the wonderful model. So wonderful, amazing. Who did this? Who created this? Such a wonderful model. He must be genius. Please tell me. Newton said, "No, actually I came today morning. I opened the door. Suddenly it is there. It has come from nowhere. Somewhere it has appeared. I think all the balls and all come from somewhere and assembled together and started moving the orbit." Hey, don't joke. Don't make me a fool. How is it possible that this all can assemble on its own and revolve in orbit? It's impossible. Newton said, "This is very, very small. And you are saying it's impossible. It cannot assemble together and revolve in orbit on its own. When I told you there are many planets and moving in orbit under the direction of Lord and created by Lord, you said there is no God, just all the planets came from nowhere. Is it a proper conclusion of a scientist? Logical conclusion of scientist?" The person was stuck. Then he understood there is a God. Demons generally do not accept God is the creator. And they say the world is produce of sex desire. Because the children are born due to connection, male and female connection. This world is nothing but having sex. That's all. They do not accept there is nothing beyond this. And they engage in horrible work meant to destroy the world. They engage in horrible work meant to destroy the world. Today, we are very much proud of nuclear weapons. Every country is proud of having nuclear weapons. If there is a war, if one person, one country, a prime minister or president become angry out of false ego, if he drops some atom bomb to another country, in another country, then we will also attack this country with atom bombs. What will happen? They will destroy everyone. Although we may think we are great, we are safe because we have got atom bombs, any one person, if attacks, finished. World will become Bhasma. So they cannot bring peace to the world, but they can break the world into piece by dropping the atom bomb. Whose quality? demonic quality. Engage in the horrible work which is meant to destroy the world. They're always absorbed in conceit of pride and false prestige. They want always others should respect. They should be honored. Then they are always sworn to unclean work. They think sense gratification is the prime goal of life. Therefore, one should work hard to achieve. They do not believe in life after death, and they do not believe that one takes on different types of bodies according to one's own karma. People, the demons, they think sense gratification is the prime goal of life. As long as I am there, as long as I live, I should enjoy. I should enjoy. There was one atheistic person called Charvaka Muni. He would say, as long as you live, you eat nicely. You eat nicely food which is made of pure ghee. If you don't have ghee, if you don't have money to purchase ghee, samo, beg or borrow or steal. Get the ghee and eat nicely. One may ask the question, how can I steal? It's a sinful activity. Don't worry. The moment we die, everything is finished. They do not believe in the existence of the next life. They think, let me enjoy nicely as long as I am alive. That's all. I don't care for next life. There is no life after this life. This is what they have got conviction. These are the demonic people. They become strongly attached to sense enjoyment and they fall down into hell. Being influenced by lust, false pride and false strength, they become enemies of God and blaspheme, criticize God and even speak against God and religion. Such kind of people are cast into various demonic species of life. Asrum yonim apanna muda janmani mam aprapye kaunte tado yanti adamam gadim. After getting the different kinds of demonic life, species of life, they never approach me. Krishna says, they never approach me. They gradually sink into the most abominable type of existence. One may ask this question, God is all merciful, is kind, is a real well-wisher. How can ye say that demons cannot approach me? Even placing the demonic people into worst state is also another feature of the mercy of the Lord. It's another type of mercy of the Lord. How? When the demons become more powerful, life after life, they become very strong, very powerful demons. Finally, God appears to kill the demons and give liberation. The best example is Prahlad Maharaj for the divine qualities, Hiranyakashipu for demonic qualities. Let's hear the pastimes of Hiranyakashipu, means Prahlad Maharaj. Hiranyakashipu wanted to become the king of the entire world. He wanted to become a powerful person. Therefore, he went to Mantra Hill to perform severe tapasya. He was standing on his toe and raising his hand, looking at the sky for 100 years of demigods. 100 years of demigods. 1 day of demigods is equal to 1 year of earth. Like that, he was performing tapasya for 100 years. Due to severe tapasya, heat generated from his own body. Severe heat. And even the rivers, oceans started being agitated. And the earth, and with its mountains, started trembling. Even the planets and stars started falling from the sky. Everywhere there was a fire. Even the demigods were very much afraid, disturbed due to the severe austerity performed by Hiranyakashipu. Therefore, all of them went to Lord Brahma, requested, please save us. Then Brahma came and saw Hiranyakashipu he was undergoing severe tapasya. His body was covered by ant because of many years. His body was eaten away by ants. He had only bones. Then Brahma said, O son of Kashyapa, all good fortune unto you. Please get up. I am pleased with you. You have performed tapasya, severe tapasya that no one has performed till now. Please ask the benediction. Then Hiranyakashipu asked benediction from Lord Brahma. If you want to award me benediction, please give me benediction that I may not meet death by any creatures created by you. I may not die inside the house or outside the house. I may not be killed daytime or the night time. I may not be killed on the earth or on the water or in the sky. I should not be killed by either demigods or demons or human being. I should not be killed by any weapon. Like that he asked this way, that way. That Lord Brahma got all the benedictions. So after getting the benediction, he got a very nice, powerful body, which is very shining, lustrous. After getting this body, he went and attacked all the planets and brought entire world under his control. He brought all the demigods, Vidyadharas, Charanas, Gandharvas, everyone under his control. Everyone was serving him like a menial servant. Would chastise the demigods unnecessarily for no reason. Even Indra had to fall at his feet. He was afraid of Hiranyakashipu because he cannot conquer. Demigods cannot conquer Hiranyakashipu because he got blessings from Lord Brahma. He became the complete powerful controller of the entire world. Even the earth started producing food grains without even being plowed. Cows started giving milk without even giving birth to a calf. And oceans and mountains started giving a lot of jewels to Hiranyakashipu for his pleasure. Outer space was so beautifully decorated with wonderful phenomena for the pleasure of Hiranyakashipu. In spite of achieving power to control all the demigods, brought even nature is under control, he was not happy. Instead of controlling his senses, he was controlled by his senses. He remained a servant of his senses. Therefore, he was not peaceful. Due to the torture given by Hiranyakashipu, many people were very upset. They went to Vishnu and outpoured their precarious condition to Lord Vishnu. After hearing this, Lord Vishnu said to the sages, don't worry, I know the activities of Hiranyakashipu. I'll stop them in due course of time. Please have patience till then. He sent them. Hiranyakashipu had 4 sons. One of the sons was Prahlad Maharaj. He was a very good devotee. He was always absorbed in Krishna, devoted to Lord Vishnu, and he was always chanting and did not play like other children. Would always chant, hear the glories of the Lord. When he grew up, Father Hiranyakashipu, as a duty responsible father, he wanted to send his son to Gurukul. So he sent Prahlad Maharaj to Gurukul. Sons of Shukracharya named Shanda and Ambarka. He told, please teach my son about the science of diplomacy and cheating so that he has to rule the world. A king should know the science of diplomacy. After me, my son has to become king. So please teach them properly. So that son, Prahlad, was taken to Gurukul. He was in Gurukul. Once he came to see his parents, Hiranyakashipu was filled with love for his son and took his son Prahlad Maharaj, put on his lap, started massaging his body and kissed his face and asked, my dear son, you have been studying under the guidance of your teachers. Please let me know what you have learned the best of your learning. Please let me know. Then Prahlad Maharaj started saying, Shravanam, Kirtam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, started glorifying the Vishnu. The devotional service to the Lord Vishnu is the ultimate thing, that is best of everything. He became very angry. Immediately called the teachers, "O foolish sons of Brahmana, I have told you to teach my son about the science of diplomacy. Instead of teaching science of diplomacy, you taught a wrong thing. How did you teach? You deserve to be punished." The sons of Shukracharyas, named Shanta and Amarka, said, "Oh, king, you cannot call like this. You should not treat like this. It's not good for you. We have not taught your son." They proved they are innocent. Then Hiranyakashipu turned his face to Prahlad. "Please tell me, who taught you this? Your teacher did not teach you. Then how did you learn this?" Then he said to his father, "Matirna Krishna parato swatova mito bibadyena gravartana adanda gopir vishatam tamasaram puna puna sarvada sarvananam." Hiranyakashipu said, Prahlad Maharaj said, those who are uncontrolled in sense gratification, those who are attached to sense gratification, they cannot understand the real goal of life is to go back home, back to Godhead. Rather, they make progress to go to hell. Anyone who's attached to sense gratification, for him, he cannot understand about God by his own endeavor or by the instruction of others, nor by the combination of both. He cannot become God conscious. Who cannot become God conscious? One who's addicted to sense gratification, one who's addicted to commit sinful activity, one who does not wish to follow the advice of saintly people. Such kind of people cannot make progress in spiritual life. Rather, they can make rapid advancement to go to hell. He became very angry at this answer. Immediately threw him. He was sitting on the lap. He took his son and threw on the floor. "Rascal, you deserve to be killed." He told his assistant, "Take this boy, should be killed by any means." Then his assistant took him and he was put in the fire. They could not kill him. He was put in the snake pit so that poisonous snakes will bite and he will die. They could not. Prahlad Maharaj remained undisturbed, strong, convinced that Krishna will give me protection. Then he was taken and put underneath the very powerful elephant, so that elephant tramples, this boy become finished. Nothing. Then he was taken to a mountain, cliff of the mountain, and he was thrown from the cliff of the mountain. Nothing happened. He was poisoned. In spite of all these things, Prahlad Maharaj was not to be killed by any means. Hiranyakashipu was very much disturbed. "I brought the entire world under my control. Even the great demigods are afraid of me. But small boy, 5-year-old boy, is not afraid of me. Is not afraid of me. And I tried all my means to kill him. Still, I could not kill him. He is protected by some power." So he was filled with anxiety that he could not kill Prahlad Maharaj. Then Shanta and Amarka came and said, "Oh, Hiranyakashipu, king, don't worry. Give one more chance. We'll try our best to teach him science of diplomacy. Give one chance." Hiranyakashipu said, "Okay, please take." Then again, Prahlad Maharaj was taken to the ashram of Shukracharya. So whenever the teachers were not there, Prahlad Maharaj would get up and call all the other students and he would teach Krishna consciousness, to preach Krishna consciousness, and would make everyone to chant the names of God. One day he was leading Sankirtan, everyone was absorbed in doing Kirtan. When the teachers came, they were surprised to see that everyone was absorbed in doing Kirtan. Then they understood this Prahlad is spoiling all the good children. Then they took Prahlad and went to Hiranyakashipu and said, "O king, we don't want your son anymore with us. He spoiled all the other children by teaching them Krishna consciousness, God consciousness." After hearing this, Hiranyakashipu became very angry, very angry. By seeing this, Prahlad Maharaj fell down at the feet of Hiranyakashipu and started specifying, "My dear father, please be cool, be calm." He was very angry. He started declaring himself is a supreme personality of Godhead. No one is equal to him. Prahlad Maharaj strongly argued, no, Lord Vishnu is the supreme. No one is equal to him. No one is greater than him. Please give up your false ego. Please surrender to Lord Vishnu. He will give you all protection. He became very angry. Today I will kill you. Let me see that God Vishnu to protect you. Let me see. Where is your God? Then Prahlad Maharaj said, everywhere is there. He is there on the pillar? Yes. Let me see whether he is there or not. He went and broke the pillar. From the pillar, Lord came out as Narsimha, of man, of lion form. Then there was a great battle took place between Hiranyakashipu and Lord Narsimha. He was fighting with Hiranyakashipu, waiting for the time Sandhya. Because Brahma was given benediction that he should not be killed either daytime or nighttime. He was fighting simply. He was waiting for the Sandhya. Once Sandhya reached that time, he took Hiranyakashipu on the threshold of the house. It's neither inside the house nor outside the house. On the threshold of the house, he placed Hiranyakashipu on the lap. So he was not on the land, nor on the water, nor on the sky. He took his own hand because Lord assumed the form of neither male, neither human, nor animal, of human being. He was not created by Lord Brahma. So keeping all the benediction given by Lord Brahma intact, Lord used his nail. It's not a weapon. He killed Hiranyakashipu. So by killing Hiranyakashipu, he gave liberation to Hiranyakashipu. So although Lord put this demonic people into worst state, when the people become very powerful demon, Lord comes to kill and purify and give liberation. It's the mercy of the Lord. So this is the second section. Third section, 3 gates to hell. What are 3 gates to hell? Krishna says, Trividam naragasyedam dvaram nasham apna kama krodhas tadalobhas tasmat edat trayam tajed. There are 3 gates leading to hell: lust, greed, anger. Every sane man should give this up because they lead to the degradation of the soul. Kama, krodha, lobha drag the soul towards hell. Therefore, a sane person should not come under the influence of this kama, krodha, lobha. Even those who are divine nature, they slightly go to this, they are under the influence of kama, krodha, lobha, they are also finished. Therefore, Krishna is saying, should be very, very careful. One should not come under the control of kama, krodha, lobha. Eter mukta kaunte tamo dvara stribirnara acharati atmashaya tado yati param gadim. He says, Krishna says, a sane man, by escaping these 3 gates, by escaping from this kama, krodha, lobha, a person acts which is conducive for liberation. Simply by escaping from this kama, krodha, lobha, one act properly. By acting properly, one attains param gatim, the ultimate destination. Krishna finally concluded in the last 2 verses, by following the scriptures, what destination one achieve. By not following the scripture, what destination one achieve. Ye shastra vidyam utsrujya vartate kamakarda asasadyam avapnotim na sukam na param gatim. Krishna says, Ye shastra vidyam utsrujya. He who discards the scriptural direction, he who does not follow the direction of the scripture, but act according to his own whims, he neither achieve perfection, siddhi, nor sukam, happiness, nor param gatim, ultimate destination. That means liberation. He cannot achieve liberation. If anyone does not follow the direction of scriptures, but act according to his own whims, he neither achieve perfection, nor happiness, nor param gatim, ultimate destination. Therefore, what we should do? Tasmat shastram pramanamti karya vyavastito Jnatva Shastra Vidanoktum Karma Kartum Yarasi. Therefore, one should know what is duty, what is not duty by the regulation of the scripture. Only by studying Shastras we can understand what is our duty, what is not our duty. By performing our duty, will be gradually elevated to the supreme destination. By following the Shastras, practicing all the rules and regulations given the Shastras, one achieves happiness and ultimate destination, that is called liberation. This is the conclusion of this chapter. Let's have a short summary. By cultivating all the divine qualities that Krishna explained, 26 divine qualities, one makes progress on the path of liberation. By developing demonic qualities, one makes a royal road to go to hell. Even if one has got the qualities of a demonic nature, simply if he associate with those who are divine nature, he will become divine. So, therefore, we should always associate with the saintly people, not to develop all divine qualities. The human life is meant for cultivating all kinds of divine qualities so that we can go back home, back to God even in this life. Krishna explained lust, greed, anger are 3 gates to hell. Therefore, every sane person should give these 3 gates, 3, lust, greed, anger, because these qualities will degrade one. One who is free from these qualities perform activities which are very conducive for going back home, back to God. One who follows the direction of scriptures, he go back to God. One who does not follow, he does not attain the ultimate shelter. The conclusion of the Shastras, Krishna says, by following the direction of Shastras, one achieve the ultimate liberation. What is the conclusion of the Shastra? It is said in the Bhagavatam, in the 11th canto, the conclusion of Shastras, said by one of the Navayogendras, Kalim Sabhajayanti Arya Gunagnya Sarabhagina Yatra Sankirtan Nenaiva Sarva Sartu Abhilapyate. Those who are advanced in knowledge, are able to appreciate the greatness of Kali Yuga. Such advanced people worship Kali Yuga. Why they worship? Although the Kali Yuga is filled with all faulty things, they worship. Why? Because in this age of Kali, one can attain perfection. One can attain the ultimate destination, liberation, going back home, back to God. How? Simply Sankirtana, by performing Sankirtana. By performing Sankirtana, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, one achieve perfection in this life. This is the verdict of the Shastra. That's what Krishna is saying. Simply by following the conclusion of the Shastra, direction of the Shastras, one can achieve the ultimate destination. So this is the sum and substance of this 16th chapter. Thank you. Hare Krishna.